I see good defense.
To the corner. It's incomplete.
I see good #1 ranked defense.
Jones. Rosen throws, intercepted.
Why do I see good #1 ranked defense? I feel like I'm in like the Sixth Sense. You know, like there's some twist ending. I wonder if maybe I'm actually dead, like Bruce Willis. What's the twist? Oh, well, duh. Literally, I watched the whole game thinking, gee, there haven't been any major defensive breakdowns. Except by first ballot Hall of Famer Harrison Smith. And I was like, gee, this guy Harris is playing really well. Look, we got somebody who can actually read the quarterback's eyes, anticipate break on the ball, and make an interception. This is amazing. And then after the game, I'm like, oh, duh, Sendejo didn't play. And we played so much better. What a coincidence. It was an interesting game. During the game, I heard something I've never heard before.
Laquon Treadwell having a good game.
And we'll never hear again. I also heard something I hear every week.
You'll talk to him and like, look, we have to run the football. We know Mike Zimmer. Run the football, play great defense. That's his winning formula. Run
the ball, play good defense. Mike Zimmer's philosophy, his religion.
You gotta believe that you can run the football.
That's what it is. It's an ideology. It's like how a conservative always says, oh, tax cuts, less government, Supreme Court justices who sexually harass women, you know? And how liberals say, would you like fries with that? These people get so stuck in their ideology, they can't think outside of it. They can't adjust their mindset to anything. Well, let's look at the philosophy of a coach who's maybe slightly more successful.
As for Bill Belichick, he knows no lead is safe. He told me we gotta score more points and keep playing good defense, Al.
Score more points, play better defense. This isn't a game where he's leading 24-9 at halftime. He's ahead by over 2 touchdowns. And he's like, well, we gotta score more points. He recognizes it. He's like, this is what I need to do to win. Did they win? Yeah. Why? Because they scored a lot more points. Belichick sees what he needs to do to win. Mike Zimmer just wants to run the ball. If he goes 8-8, hey, I ran the ball and played good defense. That's all I care. And the Vikings didn't win because they ran the ball better. That is not why they won. They won because their defense played a lot better and because the offense they were playing sucked. The Cardinals were begging to be blown out. The Vikings offense was just giving them every chance to stay in the game. It was the defense that kept them at bay, and the fact that they ran the ball better is probably the worst thing that could have happened. Because they're playing the Jets next week. The Jets scored 42 points this past week. And Mike Zimmer's going in there, I'm going to run the ball, play defense, and try to control the clock. And the Vikings are going to have to play catch-up because they're going to run up the middle on first down, every first down, get into their obvious passing downs, drop back 3 steps, get pressure, throw it away, get sacked, strip sacked, interception, whatever. Pass batted down. That's what's going to happen. They're going to lose to the Jets. I hope not, but that's just what I see happening. Boy, was this game closer than it should have been. Why was it closer than it should have been? Well, number one, that offensive line. I mean, they suck. Thank you, Rick Spielman, for just ignoring it. Thanks for picking all these cornerbacks who can't play in the first round and ignoring the offensive line. That's great. You don't want the offensive line, the heart of your team, to be any good. I mean, every time Cousins drops back, his linemen, all of them get pushed back 5 yards immediately. I never see our defensive line get that kind of pressure. Every single time he drops back. It led to that fumble 6, the interception that Cousins threw, all those passes that were batted down.
Cousins with time and is batted away. All receivers out. And the pass is blocked again. Edmund on first down. And another block. The third block. The tight end. Latavius Murray in another batted pass. That's the 4th block pass. Down. Cousins batted up and down it falls incomplete. That's the 5th block pass. On the play fake. Being rushed and it's batted down. That's the 6th block by the Cardinals defense.
And at the end of the first half, 16 seconds left, Vikings have no timeouts. What does a normal team do? Well, they try to drop back, throw a quick pass to the outside, or maybe take a shot to the end zone. We can't even do that because we can't block for 1 second for Cousins. We can't even do that, and that's going to kill us at the end of a game because there is going to be a sack or a strip sack. Clock's going to run out, something. We're going to lose a game because our line cannot block for crap.
18 seconds remain. Here's Rodgers. Time of the essence. There's the out. Rodgers to the other side, and he's done. waiting for his chance. Under 10 to play. Rodgers wants more, and he gets it. And now this.
Cousins takes some of the blame. He's another reason. I mean, this guy's kind of a mess. The fumbles, I mean, it looks like he's got Flubber on his hands, the way the ball bounces out of his hand when he's hit. And in fact, if you listen closely, you can hear, I think you hear the Flubber. And actually, you hear the same sound when the Vikings get a good run from Mike Zimmer. Cousins, he just turns the ball over. He's gonna turn it over. One of these passes at a crucial time is gonna, instead of getting batted down, it's gonna be batted up, picked off, and that's gonna lose us a game. They just can't be a very good team with this offensive line. And so what do? Well, you're just not gonna be a consistent offense, period. It's too bad. Thank goodness we got Adam Thielen. I mean, that guy's awesome. I mean, he's kind of like a faster, non-a-hole version of Chris Carter. You know, he just catches everything that comes his way. But I'm not optimistic about the Vikings. You know, they lost Mike Hughes. That was a huge loss. That was crushing because he was good. He was our best player in the secondary the first 6 games or whatever, which isn't saying much. Losing Hughes it's so bad that it's almost half as bad as getting Sendejo back. So I'm sorry. I wish I could feel better, feel more positive, but I don't. I mean, this was a horrible team they played, and of course they won, but maybe Sendejo being out isn't the reason the defense looks so good, though. Maybe I really am dead. That'd make my ex-wife happy. Our awards for this week. Number 1, the biggest cushion given by an all-pro cornerback. Choices here are Xavier Rhodes.
Josh Rosen.
Xavier Rhodes.
Jalen Holmes is in at left defensive end for the Vikings. Pressure on Rosen, but he gets rid of it and connects.
And Xavier Rhodes.
In better field position, quick outside to J.J. Nelson. Slips one man and is out of bounds.
We're going to go for this one where he not only gave this massive cushion, but he also then missed the tackle and let the guy get like 15 yards on the play. Another word, the smart call that Mike Zimmer would never make goes to the Cardinals coach. Don't know his name, not going to look it up. That was on the kickoff after the Cardinals scored a touchdown to make it 27-17. Vikings got a 5-yard penalty on the extra point. They're kicking off from the 40. What would Mike Zimmer and other not very smart coaches do? They would say, oh, kick that ball straight through the uprights. Whereas a good coach says, well, you know, why don't we kick it high, have it land inside the 5, and it's very likely that they won't even get out to the 20. And that's what happened. That's 7 yards of field position. And it's like, oh, that's not much. Every little bit matters. And that's what good coaches know. Every little bit, every play where you can get something extra, you try to get it. Mike Zimmer, through the uprights. Another award, this would be the dumb call that Mike Zimmer would make every time. That goes to the Bears coach. Don't know his name, not going to look it up. Bears are playing the Dolphins. Dolphins fumble at the goal line in overtime, where they would have won, but they decided not to give it to Frank Gore, actual future Hall of Famer Frank Gore. So the Bears get the ball back. They march down the field to about the 37, 38-yard line of the Dolphins. And of course, what does a dumb coach do in this situation? He says, well, I'm in range for a 55-ish yard field goal, so I'm just going to run up the middle 3 times, kick it, and we're going to win. And what happens? You run up the middle 3 times, you kick it, and you miss. Mike Zimmer would do that every time. And Bill Belichick would throw a touchdown pass to Gronkowski and be done. The prevent defense of the week. Now last week, Zimmer showed us the MOAP, mother of all prevents. And this week, we didn't really see a MOAP. I thought we would see it from the Vikings once they went up 27-10, but they still kind of tried to play real defense late in the game. End of the first half, the Vikings offense was really sputtering. They were garbage in the first half, and suddenly the Cardinals just, like a minute left, went into this prevent, not quite the MOAP, maybe like the son of MOAP, and let the Vikings march into field goal range. And the Vikings kicked the field goal to take the lead, and they never lost that lead from that point on. It really kind of gave the Vikings a little momentum, and it's always good to see someone else doing the prevent and paying it forward to the Vikings. Our award for the ref who'd have trouble saying, I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
I slit the sheet I slid, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
That goes to ref Jerome Boger, who reffed the Vikings game.
Player was a defensive player, not number 31 offense, and he's off the field.
There we go.
I got you.
All right.
Thank you, Jerome.
The best impression of ref Jerome Boger goes to Sheldon Richardson, who when Boger was calling a penalty, and Boger actually signaled the right direction, it seemed, Richardson signaled in a similar fashion. The best job learning when to signal fourth down goes to MacKenzie Alexander, who earlier, I forget which game it was, he signaled fourth down when it was second down. And in this game, I was really proud to see this shows the improvement he's made. He signaled fourth down, and it was fourth down, but he kind of kept signaling. It was kind of like when Treadwell signaled first down in that game, and he kept signaling first down. He kept signaling fourth down, like, I think it's fourth down. I think it's fourth down. And it kind of always looks like he's signaling fourth down when he's covering a guy, except he's like running into the guy, and he's like, yeah, fourth down. And then he gets a pass interference call. The worst job of shushing your own fans, that goes to Trey Waynes. It's like when you make a big play, and it's like, don't cheer. Don't cheer. Don't cheer. These are secondary. They're just so stupid. What are you thinking? Worst touchdown dance, that goes to Laquon 316. Thielen's doing this dance, this group dance. It's really kind of, I don't know what this dance is, but Treadwell comes in and he's like, looks like he's doing something completely different. Like he wasn't at the rehearsals or something, and he's kind of like the kid who's not in the cool group.
No, dude, you're a little bitch.
But he always tries to sidle in and wants to be part of it, but he's not really, and so he tries to act like them, but he's not acting like them. And
at least I'm on the team. Yeah. They want me. Ah!
I feel bad for Laquon 316 because he's not like them because he can't play football, but it's good to see that they kind of try to include him. And last, this is kind of related to the award from week 3, which was the guy who is going to be super overrated only to start sucking immediately. That went to that guy, what's his name, Josh Allen for the Bills, who then did start sucking immediately. This is the guy who is sucking currently and is going to continue sucking permanently. This goes to Josh, what's his name? Josh Rosenbergowitzgoldsteinfels, the quarterback for the Cardinals, and what a dink. Did you read what he said after the draft? Everybody drafted ahead of me was a mistake. Saquon Barkley, Baker Mayfield, they're all bums. Yeah, okay. That's brilliant. And what was your record at UCLA your senior year? 6-7? You're a superstar. Did he play well? Well, after they made that announcement of what he said during the game, what was the next play?
Quarterbacks nowadays.
From their 49, blitz coming, and the sack.
Belly up. I like to root for underdogs, overachievers, the Adam Thielens of the world. Josh Rosenbergowitzgoldsteinfels, I don't know if I'd call him an underdog. This is his biography off Wikipedia. Josh Rosen, full name, Joshua Ballinger Lippincott Rosen. No joke. Born in Manhattan Beach, California to Charles Rosenbergowitzgoldsteinfels, an orthopedic spine surgeon, so probably only making about $500,000 a year. Rosen's father was a nationally ranked ice skater, and his mother was the captain of the Princeton lacrosse team. Okay, this is Caddyshack 2 all over here.
And Mr. Or is it Mrs.?
He is the great-great-great-grandson of Joseph Wharton, an industrialist. Okay, you're related to an industrialist, you need to be beaten, okay? And namesake of the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. And thus a descendant of Thomas Cornell, progenitor, I don't know what that means, I'm not rich enough, of the Cornell family. He's named after another ancestor, Joseph Ballinger Lippincott, who founded publishing house J.B. Lippincott and Company. This guy wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He was born with Fort Knox in his mouth. Okay, maybe in his defense he wants to use his good fortune to help people who are less fortunate. Let me read this quote from him. Rosen identifies as Jewish. Big shock. And he said in 2016, in retrospect, being Jewish is a big reason why I should have considered UCLA. Just because of how Jewish Hollywood is. He said this! And they really want someone to look up to because they just don't have professional athletes. Number one, way to throw your people under the bus. And also a way to perpetuate a very negative and extremely accurate stereotype about Hollywood. But basically what he's saying, I want to inspire rich people. Not only is he not an underdog, he wants the overdogs to trample the underdogs. He's playing for Harvey Weinstein, not for the women whose lives have been ruined by Harvey Weinstein. He's playing for Harvey Weinstein. So let's hope this guy continues to take a beating, because this guy is like the worst privileged puke I've heard of, I've ever seen, I think, since Joe Buck, Anyway, let's hope they beat the Jets. I hope I'm wrong. Thanks for watching. Send me emails if you have anything to say, or post a comment. Thanks.